Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz on February 17, 2018 at 12:12 a.m. Birmingham. And topic, not too much left for our guess here, but as in the days of Noah were, so shall it be in the days of the coming of the Son of Man. You know, when we hear things like worse than it was in Noah's day, will it be in our day? And if you think about some of the things that took place in Noah's day, and I'll explain, when you had the watcher angels to fall, come down, and take the shape of man. In fact, they made themselves look like the husbands of the women, so then they took many as their wives, and certainly they probably killed all their husbands. But then born to them were giants, and they call the giants Nephilim. But along the way, they also taught man and the daughters different trades and different techniques, the art of making and of making weapons, the women of how to make makeup for their eyes and for their lips and things like this. And they taught men how to make anything that you can imagine, because they had the knowledge there more so than we have today. But I'm getting to a point, because when man taught the art of mixing DNA, plant with animal with one different animal with another, fish and animals, and just think of anything that you can. But did they, now this is my question here, did they back in that day take, for example, take a pit bull, not sure they even had them back then, but we do today, and a wild boar and mate them? And then you take a snake and a squirrel and mate them, or mix their DNA. See what hatches or see what comes out. Now take these two creatures that obviously are going to be very strange to their parents, a pit bull and a wild boar, and then a snake and a squirrel. They'll be very strange to their parents, or even a monkey and a zebra, or a cow and a mountain lion. But take their offspring and then splice their DNA. Now, when you start taking man and trying to make an AI, artificial intelligence, I know they have things where they'll make assembly lines of men that look like us, but then there are going to be those that are going to take it 10 steps further and continue to take man and cow DNA, or man and goat DNA, or man and squirrel DNA, but then take that offspring and that DNA, use it with the offspring of another. Then you come up with some strange creatures. This is what I'm getting at. It was bad in the days of Noah, and we're told multiple times that it will be worse than the days of Noah in the days of the coming of Son of Man. It'll be like the days of Noah, but worse. So meaning somehow, somewhere, they took it a step farther, and the creatures probably got will get much stranger. So when you have things like a zombie, perhaps what you're looking at, that can't hardly be killed. I mean, you see the movies they make, and they kill them over and over and over, and finally, eventually, they die. but they keep coming. Well, what if out of this comes someone who offers you protection against these things? Remember, all they know is kill and eat. They're 100% evil and they're non-ending. Kill and eat, kill and eat. That could terrorize cities. That could terrorize nations. Then you have someone step forward and tell you, hey, I can save you from these creatures. But you'll have to be on my list so that I can protect you. And if you take this simple mark, not only can I protect you from these evil creatures, I can make sure that you live a safe life in another place, or you can be free from them wherever you want to live. And along with that, you carry on with your job. You can buy and sell, you can work, you can eat, and you won't have to worry about these things. I will protect you from them. I can clearly see something like that happening in the days of the coming of the Son of Man. Be like the days of Noah, but worse. Because if you remember, in the first 3.5 years of the tribulation, 1/3 of the population of this planet will die. The second 3.5 years, it'll be more horrible than the first, because these will be judgments from God. 1/4 of the population will die. So in the end, half of the world's population died. Perhaps the first half part of these creatures killed a number. Then the tsunamis and the earthquakes and the creatures that flew around stinging like scorpions killed another large number. It's not out of a mind to consider the fact that this thing can happen. You take 2 evil mixtures of pit bull and something else, and then a squirrel and something else, and take their offspring and mix their DNA. Well, no telling what you'll get animal-wise that'll go out and destroy man, kill man. But then you take a man and an animal, and then a monkey and an animal, and these two mate those two together, and what do you get? Well, I think you're looking at a picture somewhere near what you could get of a little beast that's hungry and cares nothing for anything but eat, destroy and eat. Hey, it's a possibility. I mean, anything's possible, but it has to be horrible if it's going to be worse than it was in the days of Noah. It has to be horrible. It has to be beyond your mind's ability to think of what it could be. And I'm just trying to think of what it may be. Just giving you a heads up, we don't know. But I believe even looking at what you're looking at, it's going to be worse than that. Jody Wolf Expoz.